Welcome back, viewers, to the final race of the day for the penultimate round of the 2025 season here at Three Sisters Race Circuit in Wigan. You join us in this video for heavyweight race 4, and starting on pole position for this race is Hassan Zafar. He's starting on the front row alongside Colin Marshall, who's made the trip all the way down from Glasgow for this race, while starting on row 2 is James Clare, who's done a fantastic job so far today. He's starting on the second row alongside Lewis Jolly.
So we're ready to go for one final time here at Three Sisters in the EKS. We're looking to the lights. This one is just a little issue for a moment. Oh no, we've got a green flag and away we go. Hassan Zafar on pole position. Colin Marshall slots into second as they go into the first corner. And the rest of them make their way around. Colin Marshall, James Clare, Archie Snell in 4th position, Lewis Jolly in 5th. Those are all the names that have been towards the pointy end of the field throughout the course of the day so far. So we have got a drive, we've got red flags out. So I'm not 100% sure why. I've just been told it's because we had a car that didn't start. Lights out for the restart of the final race of the day. Complete restart, remember, so the half a lap of racing that we did get completely null and void. It's Hassan Zafar who leads the way fairly comfortably. Got a good second or so advantage for the guys behind him. Colin Marshall was second place, but I think he's lost the spot into turn number 4 this time round. So as they exit turn 4 and go down the back straight for the first time in this one, Hassan Zafar leads the way very, very comfortably. 10 minutes on the clock, 10 minutes more racing for the rest of the day. Hassan Zafar looking to make it a fairly comfortable 10 minutes at that midfield, just kind of sorting itself out as they go into turn 5 for the first time. We've got 3 wide. Briefly for 5th position, James Clare is involved, Ross Samwell I believe as well involved in this. Now Ross Samwell really wanting to make sure that he can get himself into a good position in this one, just to bolster his chances of being up the order a little bit. The battle for second position as Colin Marshall goes down the inside line of Lewis Jolly, who had got into second position on that first lap. Speaking of the first lap, a couple of big movers where Ross Samwell up 4 positions, Saul Gregory up 2 positions. Hayden Harris, though, is the fastest driver on the track so far. 8 minutes 40 to go in this race, and it is 5 tenths of a second at the lead of the race for Hassan Zafar. It was about a second earlier on in that last lap, but now it's gone down quite a lot. So, needless to say, Zafar we're looking over the shoulder. Lewis Jolly under a lot of pressure for second position, though, because Colin Marshall's gone down the inside line into turn 5. About 4 cars all inside the battle. It's 3 wide for second place. Lewis Jolly in the middle of it. Ross Sandwell goes through and gets himself into second position. So Ross Sandwell, all the way from starting pretty far down the order, has managed to get himself into second position. So that's very impressive stuff from Ross Sandwell. And we're hoping for the lead of the race. Archie Snell's battling now with Colin Marshall for 5th position, I believe. Has managed to get himself into that spot. He's actually 4th, he was battling 7 tenths of a second is the gap at the lead of the field, by the way. On lap 3 of the race, Hassan Zafar fairly comfortable at the moment. I don't think he's being challenged too aggressively. 2.566 was the fastest lap of the race set by Ross Samwell on the previous lap. 7 tenths of a second down on your race leader, and now there is a battle for the race lead, as must have been a mistake from Hassan Zafar, as Ross Sandwell's gone down the inside line and taken the lead of the race as well. So Ross Sandwell into the lead, Lewis Jolly in 3rd, but here comes Lewis Jolly to the inside line. It's 3 wide into the final corner. Lewis Jolly almost takes the lead in the end. It is Ross Samwell, however, who manages to hold on by the skin of his teeth. As they go into the first corner, Lewis Jolly overtakes Hassan Zafar. Archie Snell now goes down the inside line and gets into 3rd position. So Archie Snell into 3rd. Colin Marshall goes back up the inside line of Lewis Jolly. 6.5 minutes to go in the race. Ross Samuel then, your race leader, fastest on the circuit as well. 1 minute 2:5.66 is the fastest lap of the race. Remember, these heavyweights racing at the highest weights of anyone on the circuit today. So the lap time is actually going to be a little bit slower than that of the lightweights and juniors. Into turn 5 they go. Ross Samuel fairly comfortable in the lead. Hassan Zafar's dropped to 3rd, and I think actually he's dropped even further down on this lap. It's falling quite significantly, Ross Samuel. Archie Snell's lost out on 3rd to Lewis Jolly at some point in this lap, so Lewis Jolly doing a very good job at fending him off. 2nd place, out of absolutely nowhere, is Hayden Harris all of a sudden. So he's popped up from nowhere. If you recall that last, well, I'd say that last race, a couple of races ago, when Hayden Harris made that move on the final lap. Well, he'll be hoping to do that this time by. He was 4/10 seconds slower, however, than Ross Samuel on the last lap. So 1.5 seconds at that pace. He's never going to catch him. We're going to have to go a little bit quicker. We're just about halfway into this final race. Hayden Harris, 2nd spot, but we've got a train of cars behind him. Lewis Jolly, Archie Snell, both very, very quick drivers, and Hayden going to have a very difficult time keeping them behind. Archie Snell now actually finding himself in a battle with Ian Wilson and Colin Marshall behind, as Colin Marshall's Ian Wilson even has dived up the inside line, even over Lewis Jolly, tries to get himself into 3rd position. We're now 4 wide down into the 1st corner. Archie Snell on the inside line trying to overtake Lewis Jolly for 3rd place. Colin Marshall on the inside line. Archie Snell has Ian Wilson on the outside, who goes through, becomes the inside for turn 2, and Archie Snell falls 2 positions back, and Ian Wilson slots in behind Lewis Jolly into 4th position. So 4.5 minutes to go in the race. That battle for the final podium spot in this race is definitely heating up quite significantly. Out of turn 4 the field go. And this is just playing into the hands of Ross Samuel. He's now 2.1 seconds to the good and lapping up to 6/10 of a second faster than Hayden Harris when he's at his quickest. Hayden Harris, of course, into 2nd spot and pretty comfortably in 2nd spot, albeit having to do a little bit of defending from the now, excuse me, not comfortably into 2nd spot at all, because he's lost out, and Lewis Jolly moved into 2nd. Seen Hayden get overtaken. I think Hayden actually slotted back into 3rd, so Lewis Jolly into 2nd in the 2nd half of that lap. Hayden Harris now under pressure as down the inside line goes Ian Wilson, and finds its way through as well. Archie Snell's just been overtaken twice, once by Colin Marshall, and then Saul Gregory as well has gone through, demoted Archie Snell into 7th position. Lap 7 of the race. 3 laps to go when they cross the line, I believe. 3 seconds. Ross Samuel, who was fastest on the last lap, fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 2.426. So he's just absolutely pounding away at the times at the moment. I think it takes something very, very special to prevent Ross Samuel from winning this one. He seems to absolutely have checked out, and that was kind of a theme, considering he started so far down. Shows you just how good his pace is. Lewis Jolly in 2nd position still, and Ian Wilson has stayed in 3rd on this lap at least. Archie Snell's recovered back up, which actually is in 7th still, I believe. So as Samuel crosses the line once again, Lewis Jolly in 2nd, the rest of the field just streaming through. Hassan Zafar is behind Archie Snell. He's trying to battle with Archie. He's on the outside line. Ian Wilson has gone very deep into turn number 2. Excuse me, Hayden Harris has gone really deep into turn number 2. Gave Saul Gregory a chance to have a little bit of a poke up the inside, but wasn't able to find a way through. 2 minutes to go in the race. So Ross Samuel will be starting his penultimate lap this time by, you would assume. And what an afternoon, evening of racing it's been here at EKS, here at Three Sisters. Ross Samuel was probably the most dominant driver of the day to top it off. 2 laps to go as he makes his way around the final corner. The main battle now becomes for 5th position as Archie Snell is fighting with, I believe, Ian Wilson actually for that spot. There's a go out to the final corner and now into turn number 1. Ian Wilson's in third, excuse me, so he's actually fighting with Hayden Harris, is Archie Snell. Battle for second between Lewis Jolly and Ian Wilson is definitely there, definitely happening. But at the moment, Ian Wilson can't really find a way through on Lewis Jolly. Lewis, who actually will be in contention for the overall victory here, I think, despite having not won any of the 4 races, if I'm not mistaken. So, purely from how consistently he's been in the top 3, definitely makes himself into contention. Ross Samuel even faster, by the way, 1 minute 2.066, so by far the fastest heavyweight out there on the circuit for the entirety of the day. It's been so good for him in this race, and he's going to make his way around the final corner to start the last lap here of the evening. Lewis Jolly looks pretty comfortable in second place. Archie Snell has made up his way into 5th position. 4th position, excuse me, as he's got past Hayden Harris. I think the podium might just evade Archie Snell though here towards the end of the race. We are on to the last lap and deep into the last lap as Ross Samuel makes his way through turn 4. And it has been the most dominant driver of the day. 5.2 seconds is the gap to second place. Ross Samuel has absolutely outdone himself in this one. He was 9 tenths of a second faster than Lewis Jolly on that last lap. He's just used all of that pace he's got to his advantage and done a very good job. He's got 1 more corner to go now, heads into the final corner. Lewis Jolly still defending from Ian Wilson, but it looks fairly static. I don't think Ian's going to have a chance to go down the inside line. Here goes Ross Samuel out to the final corner to take victory here in the EKS. What a fantastic drive for him. Not even a celebration over the line. Lewis Jolly will finish in 2nd position. Everyone else streams across the line. Ian Wilson into 3rd, Archie Snell 4th, Hayden Harris into 5th. Read you out the rest of your order as they cross the line. Hassan Zafar finishes in 6th. Saul Gregory in 7th. Colin Marshall, Kel Simmons and James Clare are the rest of your top 10.
All right, Lewis, that was 2nd place for the final race. Did you think you had any chance of getting Ross there?
No. He was in kart 12, which has been rapid all day. So I just thought, I saw he was going to come through, and I was like, I'll just let him go, and then just hold off everybody else. That was kind of the game plan in my head when going into it. So
did he start behind you, and then was it kind of following through the pack as much as you could?
I started 3rd. He started, I think, maybe, I'm like 9th or something. So, yeah, I knew he was in 12 because obviously we had the red flag start and whatever, so I knew he was rapid. So.
How did you find the start? Did you manage to hold your own, or was it a bit bumpy out there?
Well, the first time when it went green without showing the ready to race thing, then I got completely done over. But no, it was fine. The second one was fine. Just held my own. I knew the guys in front had karts that were kind of air. So
what you're saying is you owe Andre Perhuda a big thank you for his kart not starting off the line. Is that what you're saying?
I'll take it. Whoever it was, thank you very much. Yeah, sure.
Real. Thank you very much, mate. Well done.
Cheers, Josh.